Up in the Dumbo, smoking the gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle. Coking the bundles, it's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands, I'm riding in vans. Slide through your land, hopping the sprinters. Tore the underworld, popping the minter. Landed the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still managed like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. I spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. Fuck do you mean? We up it and squeeze, tuck it and leave, we leaving a stain. Fuck up for breeze, burning the banks, causing a crash and feather the feds. Nourish the up in the Dumbo, smoking the gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle. Coking the bundles, it's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands, I'm riding in vans. Slide through your land, hopping the sprinters. Tore the underworld, popping the minter. Landed the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still managed like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. Spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. Fuck do you mean? We up it and squeeze, tuck it and leave, we leaving a stain. Fuck up for breeze, burning the banks, causing a crash and feather the feds. Moorish the fashion, horse was smashing, kicking the door. Wave on 4-4s, it was blasting, mother the gassing, loving the passion. Eat on your food, the brother was fasting. The weapon that formed against me was weak. Protected the storm as Bentley receipts. Washing the Benjis, we rinse and repeat. Century of self, I'm centered on me. Red as the pillar, I'm pushing the piece. Higher the level, I'm pushing the keys. They going for 19. The summer is mine, I'm going for 19. Thunder and lightning, flooded the bright lane. The hunger was biting, biting.
To this day, to this day, to this day, to this day, to this day.
Yes. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours, peace to you and yours, peace to you and yours. To this day. That shit was stuck. How we sounding on the audio? Y'all? Talk black to me. How we sounding on the audio? You dig? How we sounding on the audio? Yes, indeed. Let me know how we sounding on the audio before we even begin. The audio is legit. Yes. Okay, now. Welcome to another episode of Third Eye Thursdays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Ah, man.
To this
Loving
day.
light to the family.
To this day.
Just coming from over Black Magic 363, watching Dr. Phil Valentine and the good brother Blue Pillar. Very, very good interview. Very good interview. Salute to both of them. Salute to Brother Rich. Salute to all of the Black Magic 363 audience. Salute to Urban X, Black Dot. I saw him in the building. Peace to everybody. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Dr. Phil was in his bag tonight. I'm going to just leave it at that. You know what I'm talking about? But I appreciate the fact that he stands on wasn't cower and he's not out there walking that tight line or that tight rope and whatnot, trying to make everybody agree with him. He's just gonna call it like it is. He's gonna speak his mind and he's gonna keep that shit. He's gonna stand on that. So that's what it is, man. Salute to Dr. Phil. Salute to all of y'all in the building. You know what I'm talking about? You said that's the hottest song right now. I appreciate that, man. That's how I feel like that too. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like that too. You know, I done listened to all of the shit that came out, Lil Durk and all of that. Yeah, I feel like that's the hottest right now. You know what I'm saying? Where my DJs at? You niggas need to be playing this shit at your barbecues And yeah, talk black to me. We need to get this shit running up. We need to run these numbers up because the summer's here. And I said on the track, the summer's mine. So let's warm this shit up. Let's let's do what we need to do. Let's do the roll call. Let's see who's in the building. Let's see who is in the building tonight. Shout out to everybody. I see we filing in. All right. Come on in, make yourself comfortable. Come on in, take a seat and whatnot. Get yourself together and whatnot. We're gonna have a good show tonight. Hopefully we're not gonna be in here all night because I'm sure y'all got shit to do. And I definitely have things to do. I got to get back in the lab and get my research on. All right, we got Detroit up in this thing. What up, though? We got Ohio up in this thing. Salute to you, Ohio. Miami is up in this thing. Money is a major issue. Shaw City. All right. Sanford, Florida. Bed-Stuy. I see you, Bed-Stuy. Do or die. You know what I mean? I rely on Bed-Stuy to shut it down if I die. Boston. You niggas should have been in the chip, man. Talking about San Francisco up in this thing. Shout out to San Francisco. I went to Boston. I put the battery in your cities back and whatnot when we was on that stage at the higher level. Y'all should have been in the chip, man. But salute to y'all for coming back and at least fighting. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. Fight is a fight. You know what I mean? I respect a fighter. San Francisco, Rossville. Is that where Ross is? Rick Ross. All right, Nashville, Tennessee, Detroit. What up, though? B. Moreland. All right. Cleveland, Ohio. West Los Angeles. AZ. Rome up in this thing. H-Town. Denver. VA. ATL. And the KTL. Beantown. Greensboro. Seattle. Maryland. We got London up in it. We got London up in this thing. Mount across the pond. Southeast. DC. Portland, West Palm, all right, Norfolk. King Simon is up in his thing. What you claiming, King Simon? Where you claiming? Because you be moving around. What city you in, good brother? Norfolk, all right, Nevada, DMV up in it, Flint, Michigan. How did they fix that water yet out there? Shout out to Flint, Michigan. Fort Wayne was popping. Hickory, Dickory Dock, North Carolina. Louisiana or LA? Where we at? I'm talking about Detroit, Brooklyn, and Stone Mountain. That's what I'm talking about. Nigga had dual citizenship. You know what I'm talking about? They got dual citizenship. I see you. All right, Jersey, Bridgeport, Tampa, Cali. Are we deep up in this thing? Shout out to every single brother and sister. Yes, yeah. Salute to all of y'all, man. Peace to all of y'all. Let's have a conversation. We're gonna have a conversation tonight. As you can see, the title of tonight's show is called A Great Fall. I did a presentation on Melanin Monday, and today I'm gonna just follow it up with another presentation. Yeah, things are moving at a very fast pace. You know what I mean? They're moving at a very accelerated pace. This picture right here speaks volumes. But we'll get into it. I don't want to be ahead of myself. You know what I'm talking about? We got to warm it up. You know what I mean? You know how the ladies say they want to get warmed up before we really get to the good thing. So we're going to warm some things up and talk about some things that are going on in the culture and in the news as we, before we get into our thing tonight. First and foremost, before we begin, I do have to say, rise in power to this beautiful, beautiful queen, right? Jackie O. Okay. I saw her before in the good city of Atlanta. I never made her acquaintance, but I watched her on the TV and whatnot. But I love to see her and the good brother DC Young Fly, raising their family. That's something that put a smile on my face. DC Young Fly is a very funny young man. He is I think he's a comedic genius of his time, right? He writes, he's right for his generation. And I don't like to do the comparisons of generations because we already had that conversation. It's not fair, to compare. These are different breeds of the generations are different stocks. You know what I mean? We're not gonna sit here and compare Chris Tucker with DC Young Fly. It's not fair. They're not the same. They're not of the same ilk. But that is a very funny young man. And he has some beautiful children. And I know that man loves his children because on social media, whenever I will come across his posts, he would not hide his love for his children and the mother of his children. They had 3. I believe she just gave birth to the 3rd child. And then she went to Miami and had what they call post-baby surgery. I know I might be chopping it up. I get lost in all of the surgeries that are out there these days. I don't know. I know about BBLs and I know about BDL. That's a Brazilian D-lift. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to be raunchy, but it is almost, what time is it? It's 10:40. I hope no children is awake tonight. I mean, goddamn it. My little man is sleeping. You know what I'm talking about? The mommy makeovers. And I'm, once again, disclaimer, I don't aim to be raunchy. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be as as sanitized as possible. But I've been listening back to episodes. I be letting the MF bomb fly a lot and whatnot. But that's just me. I'm in my bag. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not gonna, let's not try to police my language. What time are we? 8 minutes in? Because YouTube, you can't curse into the first 8 minutes. I think we're past the 8-minute mark. Let me just do what I do. You know what I'm talking about? Let me do what I do. We in the proverbial barbershop right now. You know what I'm talking about? So my thing is this. People complain about artificial intelligence, right? People is like, oh, artificial intelligence is about to do something to us. Oh. There's all of this fear mongering around artificial intelligence, right? But where's the fear mongering about artificial asses? Where's the fear mongering about artificial breasts? Where's the fear mongering about artificial coochies? Because people are dying from that artificial shit 100 times more than a nigga died from playing with Chat GPT. Talk black to me. Right? All this artificial shit, all of these augmented bodies and whatnot, all of this artificial, the culture is pushing religiously artificial everything. They got artificial toenails now, artificial lips, artificial cheeks, artificial butts, artificial breasts, artificial tummies. These niggas got artificial 6-packs, the artificial girth. That's a BDL, in case you were wondering. You could get you could get your Johnson lifted. All of this artificial shit, right? But it would be cute if there wasn't so many fatalities attached to it. Chat GPT costs $14. Nigga, are you paying for it? What are you worrying about? Why are you counting their money? Chat GPT. I don't want to hear nothing about artificial intelligence until they start. I know I heard today that a drone killed somebody, though. We're going to get into that. That's one body. That's one body. Give me the body counts of all of these beautiful sisters that they leaving on the table in Brazil and whatnot. Give me a body count of all of these beautiful sisters that they leaving on the tables in Colombia. Give me a body count of all these beautiful sisters that they leaving on the tables in Miami. Trying to get some cosmetic shit touched up. And to be honest with you, people, they're not doing it for us. Don't tell me that women is dying in these operations to try to impress a man, because that's not what it's for. We don't, nigga, we don't, men, we doing what, you could have the tiger stripes, You could have the pouch. You could have the butterhead. You know what I'm talking about? You still could get chosen. Let's be clear. Give me some Douce and shit is gonna equal itself out. Like, stop with the bullshit. We don't know. We don't care about no cheek implants. We don't care about no lip fillers. We don't care about a fucking chin tuck. We don't really care about that tummy tuck. None of that shit is for us. That's keeping up with the Jones on Instagram. That's so you could stunt on the next woman. That's all vanity and whatnot. That's not for men. That's for other women so they could, you know what I mean? You know what's be going on. A lot of them are doing it for men. What men? What men? What men? You tell me that. What men are they doing it for? I could understand, you know, you getting a fatty and whatnot. I could understand that. I can understand, okay, I'm going to take my stomach and I'm going to turn it into a badunkadunk. Yeah, that's cool. I get it. But they took that shit way overboard. It went beyond getting getting two basketballs in your back pocket. It went way beyond that. That boat done left the motherfucking dock. It left the pier a long time ago. They took that shit. They was like, you know what? Let's just start cutting every part of our body. You fell for that Kim Kardashian shit. You fell for that Black China shit. You fell for nip tuck on TV. All of that cosmetic stuff. That nigga, you talk about artificial intelligence. There's a whole gender that's becoming artificial. And you mean to tell me when they come out with the chip, that's the first person that's going to get the chip? All of these people that's running behind Cardi B, they and Nicki Minaj and what? You mean to tell you? Are you fucking serious? Do you mean to tell me that they're not going to be the first one with the fucking bark of the beast? Because that's they say what the chip is. They're going to be signing. If Neuralink, if Elon Musk says, yo, with the Neuralink membership, you could get a fatty and some fucking duck lips. They're running for that Neuralink. Please believe me. Don't be so naive. That's the first experiment. And like Blue Pill always points out, for the transgender community, it's all about surgery with them. So they stand behind a medical institution. As a matter of fact, these were some of the same people who were, vanguards for the Jabberwocky and whatnot. They were the vanguards for that poison that people got up all in their bodies and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Because they're in bed with the medical institutions. So they'll never talk down on Big Pharma. They'll never talk down on Big Pharma. We got artificial foods, GMO, niggas smoking artificial weed, GMO. China's coming out with artificial fish fillets. Niggas is eating mock meat, artificial chitlins, artificial pork chops. Niggas is eating artificial bacon. They dying because they popping artificial pills. I know the perky was fake, but I still ate it because I'm a gremlin. How you gonna take artificial drugs? So we live in an artificial reality. You don't even know. There's women in the club. There's artificial women. Ha! They on the porn sites, nigga. It's artificial women on the porn sites, niggas. Watch out. You know what I mean? It's artificial women all around you. Why do women have to die for procedures to look fly? I mean, God damn it. What about the fucking butt pads? Why you just don't wear that with the waist trainer? I mean, come on. Why not just wear the waist trainer? With the motherfucker, with the padded, they got the padded waist trainers. If you must have that shape to look like Ari Fletcher in them. You know what I'm talking about? To look like the Instagram models and whatnot. To look like your favorite stripper and whatnot. That's some deadly shit. But I don't hear nobody giving us all of these fear. There's not a day that goes by when I get on Instagram and I have to deal with all of the fear mongering around fucking Bard, Chat GPT, and Midjourney. These motherfuckers are so scary. It's sad. You fear what you don't understand. Nobody's talking about getting no money. Nobody's showing no receipts. Nobody's doing nothing genius. They're not doing no ingenuity. They just out there giving us fear all day about some shit that they don't even use. Moneybag is getting fillers with his girl. I mean, look at that. This nigga looks crazy. I seen an interview with him. His fucking cheeks, you know what I mean? This nigga look like he got beat up or something. His shit all swollen. Like, is that what we doing now? Yes, they look unnatural because it becomes sort of a addiction. It's sort of an addiction. It's not cute. It is not cute. What happened to working out and just getting that fucking snapback after the baby's born? Whatever happened to that? Right? Everybody's not a celebrity. I could understand if you're a J-Lo and you know you have $100 million productions and things of that nature, and the studio is demanding that you get back to work in a sense, and you're in the beauty industry. So you like, you know what? And even with that, that's still a, you know what I mean? But here, I'm not about to take the role of policing nobody's body. I'm just making a comment. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, it would have to take a group of women to kind of talk about some shit like that. But I'm just speaking about my observation. This is how I vent when I'm in a mourning type of situation, because I'm upset that them 3 children got to grow up, right, without their mama. She's a celebrity, but she's bringing a quote-unquote spotlight to many unnamed women who we probably will never know, right, who are going around cosmetically trying to enhance themselves or augment their bodies and whatnot, and they're not being told of the dangers that are coming with this quote-unquote procedure and whatnot. I'm like, if you're going to kill me, you got to try. I'm not making it that easy, friend. I'm not doing that. I'm just not making it that easy. I'm not jumping out of a fucking, I'm not bungee jumping. I'm not skydiving. You know what I mean? I'm not going to help you take me out. You know what I mean? I'm building up a wall. You're going to have to break through the wall like the nigga who chiseled through the wall in the Fulton City jail. You got to come and get me. I'm not going to come to you and put my head on a guillotine. That's just not how we was raised. People that are going into these situations, you're putting one foot in the grave when you fuck with these procedures, right? With your fingers crossed that you come up out of this situation and pull your foot out of the grave. I'm not riding on no motorcycles. I'm not doing none of that shit. Was she white? Bro, I don't know if she was white. I know that was DC Young's, the mother of his children, and them children ain't white. Fuck is you talking about? I'm not getting on the back of no motorcycles. I'm not doing none of that shit where it could just be an easy body and whatnot. Because I rode on a motorcycle before, and I was like, never again. I'm not getting on a fucking roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know, not the crazy ones. I am not helping out the powers that be to help take me. I'm playing this shit safe because I value me. I value me. Not doing it. Not doing it. I'm too important. I'm too fucking important. It took me years to get some of these teeth pulled in the back of my mouth. You know what I mean? My wisdom tooth and whatnot. I was like, I was doing the research. I'm like, niggas die in the dentist. I had to really fucking meditate on that. because they put me to sleep. And you should have seen the doctor. He came in the fucking room looking crazy. He was looking crazy. Next thing I know, I passed out, woke up with mad cotton in my mouth. You know what I'm talking about? What did she do for black folks? Fam, what did you do for black folks? Come on, man. We're not doing that tonight. You see the insensitivity that niggas have in this community? This community is toxic, bro. This community is hella toxic, bro. You feel me? They make me not even want to talk to certain people sometimes because, you know, it's just a lot of weird energy out here. And we're in a retrograde. I had said this on Monday's show. I've never seen so much miscommunication than in the past 30 and 60 days, bro. This shit crazy. Motherfucker's head is really in the sand out here. I'm just trying to. That's why I'll be out the way. You know what I mean? I'll be out the way. I really don't want to have nothing to do with 89% of these people out here, bro. It's not even worth my energy. But anyway, rise in power to that young lady and all of the young ladies. Young, key word, young, 30, 29. There's never been a time, and I lived through the 90s. There's never been a time where so many people under 30 were dying, bro. Every day on my timeline. What the fuck is going on with this younger generation? Y'all are really dying, bro. What the fuck? I know that life has been slightly devalued. I know that the value of life has been diminished. I know about all of that shit. You know what I mean? I know you niggas is on demon time and all of that. I get it. I know that this is a deaf culture and niggas look for death more differently than when we was coming up. However, y'all are out here dying too much. The youth, that is. God damn, this shit is becoming an epidemic. I'm talking about people dying for everything. It's not just murders. It's not just murders. It's car accidents. It's malpracticing. Motherfuckers doing stunts and shit. It's a lot of shit, bro. The crash out shit is getting too crazy, bro. You said that we in the last days. We in the Kali Yuga. We in the Kali Yuga. But my thing is this. You dying for no reasons. It's the reason. It's dying for no reason, my nigga. Fuck the end of the days. If you gonna crash out, my niggas, crash out for a reason. You not crashing out for no. You niggas is crashing out, and and they're forgetting about you. What's going on with the mic? Check. I went in the back office and switched some things. Check. How we sound? Let me adjust the levels. I might be a little too turned up. How we sounding? Is it better? because I'm not doing the crackling sound. It's still static. All right. Y'all hear me better now? Now this shit sound like I'm in a fucking a Jack in the Box. So my thing is this: people out here crashing out, but they not dying they not dying on their feet though. They not dying on their feet. They not dying 10 toes in the motherfucking in the dirt with a purpose. So you don't want to be, one of the things is not how you start the race, it's how you finish it. So why crash out when you'll be forgotten on a nigga timeline in just one day? This motherfuckers that dying and get completely forgotten. That's not what you came, that you didn't serve your purpose. You came to this planet and made it all the way to 2023 to crash out for no fucking reasons? I don't get it. I will never get it. There's nothing honorable about that. Niggas is looking at you at heaven's gates like you wasted a whole fucking you wasted a whole life. Because you took a fake perk, a fake fucking pill to get an erection, my nigga. Because you overdosed on some fucking lean, my nigga. Trying to be Future, trying to look cool and whatnot. That's some sloppy shit. Oh, you died because of your colors. Oh, you died because of the block that you live on. That your mother don't even own that house. You niggas don't own no real estate. But you got the fucking you got you got the block tattooed on your neck, and you niggas is willing to die for that. Just like the other niggas that been dying for 40 years and nothing has came about. You don't own no parts of LA. You don't own no parts of New York. For all of the gangbangers and whatnot, you niggas have never managed to make it to the real estate office to purchase all of these fucking blocks that you say that you're ready to die and kill for. It's a crock of shit, bro. You can't sell me that fucking dream because that is a fucking nightmare. That is a nightmare. Stop trying to seduce our children with that gang mentality when that shit is a fucking lie. You can't even own anything as a gang member. You know what I mean? The feds is gonna take it, number one. And then these bird-ass, dusty-ass niggas who you call your homies, they gonna hate on you. And if they don't hate on you, your haters is gonna come and get you. You can't really open up an establishment because if you get into any type of beef and whatnot, they just gonna come and spray the establishment. You were sitting duck. So where's the inroads to gang culture? All you could do is sell drugs and rob and steal. And niggas is like, that's lifestyle. Yeah, they went crazy in Chicago. I saw the articles. They gonna realize it when they get older. I just saw a video with Hit Boy's father, right? If his name is Hit Boy, the father is Hitman, right? This nigga, he was rapping like he got dentures in his mouth. And he's in his 60s and he gangbanging on wax. So they're going to wake up when? They're going to wake up when? Yeah, big hit. When they going to wake up? And these bird-ass niggas be trying to follow. You know, I understand. You see the concert, so you know who's in the audience. So you know who be in the chat rooms or you know who be in the comments. It's you know, it's fucking Wally Beaver in them from Portland in Seattle. You know what I mean? It's some children who are vicariously living through the most ignorant of us. And they don't look like us. And they honestly don't give a fuck about us. We are their entertainment. Okay? It's like Squid Games or Hunger Games. They be in Twitter, they be on the gram, they be on TikTok, rooting. They be on YouTube, rooting Black Death on. Go ahead, Dirk, kill him. Go ahead, NBA, kill him. Go ahead, Fabio, kill him. Kill the ops. You know what I mean? Throwing popcorn at niggas. And when they come to your town, they'll give you some groupie love. And this is the shit this is what's been running our culture in the fucking dirt. This 50-year-old culture called hip hop. Do you know that June, now that we speak about hip hop, guess what I found out June was? I didn't even know this shit. June is not just, you know, they've been trying to take June over and whatnot. Right? They've been taking June over and whatnot, but June needs to be taken back. And I'm making this open call to all the hip hop and all of the music industry, right? Shout out to all of my Portland, Oregon, or Portland, Seattle people in here. But you know what I'm saying? The audience is little white kids from the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? That's who they are. And they don't know nothing about, they don't got to live in the hood and whatnot. They don't know really what the hell is going on. They just support anything that they see on YouTube. But June is African American Music Appreciation Month, right? And this has been going on since 1979. Once again, right? Why don't we see anybody celebrating this in the department stores? Right? Why don't we see the music industry making this front and center? Why don't any of the black artists who claim to be, you know, for the people, all of these woke niggas that was acting like power for the people, right? Why don't they celebrate African American Music Appreciation Month? I'm wondering. Where are the bathing suits and the t-shirts and the bucket hats and whatnot inside of Target, right? And Walmart? Why are they not commemorating the most influential art form to even visit this planet since the planet has been spinning? I'm talking about R&B, I'm talking about jazz, I'm talking about hip hop, right? I'm talking about the blues. I'm talking about reggae, dance hall. I mean, we could go on for days, right? We could go on for days. Why they not giving us, you know, in 2009, Barack Obama changed it from Black Music Month to African American Music Appreciation Month, right? And Jimmy Carter was the one who wanted people to recognize how much an impact black music has had, not only at home, but also abroad, as people all over were adopting elements from it to express themselves. Moreover, the 70s was fast becoming the decade in which black music was gaining traction in signing music labels, with many business heads recognizing its commercial value, right? So I shared with y'all already, and they be trying to cover this shit up, that Clive Davis, say this all with me, Clive Davis, right? Who, he was out of Harvard, came out of Harvard, right? Where a lot of that skull and bones, Harvard and Yale, the graduates or the alumni coming out of Harvard and Yale single-handedly become CIA operatives. They become government officials. They become politicians, right? These are the operatives, right, that go around and infiltrate businesses, right? They infiltrate entities, nations, and whatnot. Okay. I'm looking for this, whatchamacallit, this thing about Clive Davis and whatnot, right? Because they kind of scrubbed the internet of the situation with him and the CIA. But to make a long story short, Clive Davis, there was a report, a white paper that the CIA released, right? And in this white paper, they were speaking about the importance of infiltrating black music, right? Or but back in the days, right? The same year in the 70s that I'm talking about, white people did not own black music. They were not in charge of what they called race music, and we call it black music. And I'm using that term loosely, right? But you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not playing dumb. You know what I'm talking about, right? So Clive Davis in the 70s, right, was at Columbia. And when the white paper came out, he was the one who infiltrated Gamble and Huff. Here's the article right here. Analogous to his agreement with Gamble and Huff in the 70s, Davis made his arrangement with L.A. Reid and Babyface to form LaFace Records. During this time, LaFace built an outstanding roster of hit-making artists, including TLC, Tony Braxton, Usher, Outkast, and Pink. And then in 1994, he was helping Puffy form Bad Boy Records. Okay, so Clive Davis had his hand in Whitney Houston. A whole bunch of quote unquote legends, right? He had his hand in a whole bunch of legends' careers. He played a major role in the careers of Simon and Garfunkel, Sly and the Family Stone, Bob Dylan, Barbra Streisand, Andy Williams, okay? And he helped with Miles Davis and Herbie Hancock, okay? And he, under his aegis, the company made a strong entry into R&B. Davis's deal with Gamble and Huff brought to the company the famed Philadelphia International label, which had an enormous string of hits and set the course for black music in the 70s, right? So this is his biography. So of course it's going to be polished, and they're not going to tell you his role in infiltrating the quote unquote black music and whatnot. But this dude right here is the op. He was the one who they sent in. He's the agent who infiltrated and took over black music and whatnot. And now nobody that we know who's considered to be black really owns shit. How is it that he came in, right, in the 70s and melanated people owned? Here you go. Buy the book, The Horror Report by Logan Westbrooks. Like, they hide. They really scrub the internet when it comes to this shit with Clive Davis and Harvard and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? They hide that shit. Okay? But he is the main culprit. He's a piece of work, right? We don't big up Clive Davis. He's not a hero of our people. Okay? Here you go. This is the video right here. Shout out to my dude, Hakeem Green. I will drop the link in the chat. Let me share the screen real quick. I'll drop the link in the chat so y'all can watch it. Did Clive Davis help destroy black music? Right? 2019, I believe, is a Doggy Diamonds interview. Did Clive Davis help destroy black music? I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to drop it in. And I want y'all to watch that when this is over with, so you could get a rundown from some researchers about how this man's hands are wild dirty in regards to infiltrating something that damn near the most powerful, one of the most powerful institutions that melanated people owned, and that was black music. Okay, and that was black music. So he infiltrates, and of course he doesn't destroy it right away, because you would basically be showing your hand if you were to do that. He got up in there. He got up in there and he chilled. He let Gamble and Huff do their thing for the first 2 albums, and then he took over, right? They say that he was responsible for Whitney Houston's untimely demise. She died in a tub, and this nigga threw a party downstairs in the lobby of a hotel while she was still in the motherfucking room dead. This is one of his most prized artists, who probably helped bring hundreds of millions to his coffers, right? And this is how he paid them back. Phyllis Hyman had beef with Clive Davis. Did Phyllis Hyman fall out of a window? How did she die? How did she die? Did he infiltrate black music? He infiltrated black music before there was a hip hop, right? I read that he came in the 70s. I just read his biography. He came in through Harvard. He came in through Columbia, right? He brought in Gamble and Huff. Okay, he brought the whole label in, the Philadelphia sound, right? That's Teddy Pendergrass. The Philadelphia sound is a legendary sound, right? Masculine black men singing to women about them loving them. He had Patti LaBelle, my niggas. That's Philly. And it's never been the same. So he's one of the ops. You know? She allegedly committed suicide. Allegedly. Phyllis Hyman allegedly committed suicide. Right? Clive Davis has something to do with that. He's a piece of shit, and he's a chichiman, and he plays a very dirty game. He's not as dirty as Tommy Mottola and the other dude from Interscope, right? But they all dirtballs. Remember, the mafia, right? There's the mafia, organized crime, the mob. They have a heavy hand in the music industry, especially going back in those days. They've been a little bit weeded out right now, but especially back in those days, the mafia played a huge role and whatnot. Yeah, Teddy became a paraplegic. You know? Somebody said that Clive turned Puffy out. Nigga, do a dog bark. Act bad. Do a dog bark. David Geffen was hated by Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson warned you niggas about David Geffen. Jimmy Iovine, niggas warned you about Jimmy Iovine. Michael Jackson told you Tommy Mottola was the devil at Sony. Niggas still wanted to get signed. Right? One of the things about the music industry is that they'll basically cover their tracks. They will scrub the internet. They will bury stories and whatnot. They'll body you. You talk out against them. They'll clip you, or they'll destroy your career. And then they'll cover their tracks and whatnot and basically erase, exposés, books that are written about them, videos on the internet. They have the power to do a lot of that. Guess who runs YouTube? And if Liar Cohen is running YouTube, then he's running Google as well. So he could easily make a call and have something removed off of YouTube. He don't got to make a call. He could just press a button. He could just press a button. Yeah, all of those overdoses were fucking hits. A lot of those overdoses were hits. You understand? Sly Stone became a recluse. Right. Isn't Sly Stone like paralyzed and shit? Whitney was more work. They wiped out Whitney Houston's whole bloodline. They knocked the baby off. They knocked her off. And Bobby Brown just running around dancing and shit like he don't got no problem with it. They knocked Sam Cooke off back in the days. So this music industry where people be trying to push me into this shit, I'm like, yo, this shit is a dirty game. Y'all be playing, putting people's lives like I don't want to be a part of that shit. For what? I don't have no aspirations to be a part of that shit. It's crooked. Ain't no way. There's no way around it, bro. There's no way around it. I would have to be on my tippy toes in that industry and whatnot. Yeah, that's what they said. Well, personally, Mama Pill and Dr. Sabi were Teddy Pendergrass was he was one of their first celebrity clients, right, in the 80s and whatnot. And he told Dr. Sabi and Mama Pill the real story. And allegedly he was not with a tranny. You know? You know that he a small hat. You know that he a small hat. You know? So, Starfallah, don't ever mention Clive Davis around me. Matter of fact, when I was working at J Records, okay, I worked at J Records in 2006. No, 2007, the year my son was born. I was working there for like 6 months at a label called Polo Grounds. And Clive Davis is the president of J Records. I was in the elevator with that man one time. And I'm here to let you know that just being in the elevator, he got like he got a short, you know, what do they call it, a short leg and whatnot. So he got like a one of them boots and shit. And he a little man. But just being in the elevator with him, it felt like I was in a fucking a sauna with a demon. I felt like I was in a sauna with a demon. It got hotter in the elevator when this little nigga came up in there. Facts. Super facts. It felt weird, bro. That was the longest elevator ride in my life. Yeah, man. Yeah, I was there when they had Hurricane Chris. You know, don't judge me. Yeah, he got a club foot. You know what I'm talking about. He got a little club foot. He's like a fucking Keebler elf. You know? He's like a Keebler elf. So, don't take my word for it. Go and watch the video. The good brother breaks it down more than I can. Alright? Hakeem Green, my guy. I might even bring him on his show one day to give us more information about the infiltration of black music and whatnot. But prior to what did they say that? Contrary to popular belief, right? Contrary to popular belief, you know, before some of y'all were born, our people were owning their masters. Our people were running shit like Motown with Berry Gordy and whatnot. Like we had a role. We had power plays. We were not always subservient. We were not always the glorified help. We were not always employees and whatnot. We actually were owning a portion, even if we had small equity in something. We still knew the whole role of ownership. We wasn't going in to no deals and whatnot, just trying to accept for peanuts. Even though that's what eventually the shit has become. So I put together a little slide thingamajig, you know what I mean? This is a continuation of conversation that we were having and whatnot. It ain't too much going on, but it's a lot going on at the same time, right? I want to speak on the dismal state of affairs, right? Because once again, the shit show is here, right? The shit show is here. This picture is symbolic of more than just what you think it is. Okay? If a sitting president falls down at a graduation, a military graduation at that, this wasn't at Harvard. He wasn't the keynote speaker at fucking Stanford or something. No. This cocksucker was speaking to a military graduating class, right? He was speaking to a military, a highly ranked military branch, right? Wasn't this the Air Force? Right? So it's similar to when I was watching the Cleopatra movie on Netflix. How many people saw Cleopatra on Netflix? Right? Now, shout out to all of my my woman pharaohs that are out there, Hatshepsut and all of y'all. Right? How many of y'all saw Cleopatra on Netflix? The one that Jada Pinkett just put out. Right? I forgot a lot about Cleopatra's story because I think I was traumatized as a child when I heard that shit. Because it was one of the biggest blunders in military history. Right? This chick went to war with Mark Antony, right? Who, at the end of the day, she was in complete, like, she was in the wrong from the fucking gate, man. You are a pharaoh. You don't fuck with that nigga. Was the help. You don't fuck with the help. The pharaohs don't fuck with the help, bro. They don't do no dumb shit like that. She desecrated the whole dynasty by fucking with the Romans. First, she had an old zaddy, Julius Caesar, an old dried up zaddy and whatnot. He got killed. And then she went in through the box to a lesser than. This nigga wasn't lit like Julius Caesar. She went and fucked with a lieutenant. And then had the audacity to try to go to war against Rome. And in the middle of war, this bitch turned her fucking boat around, bro. They was getting their ass whooped in a marine in a battle on the seas and whatnot. They was getting their asses whooped. She turned the motherfucking ship and retreated because she was thinking about her children and her motherfucking kingdom. Nigga, you should have stayed your ass inside of the pyramids. Nah, you don't need to get a membership to watch that shit. The Battle of Actium. In the middle of the battle, right, sis was like, I got a hair appointment. I'm out. In the middle of the battle, she was like, hold on. I think I left some lotus leaves on the stove. I'll be back when shit was getting hot. You know, a general dies on his sword. Generals don't retreat. When you retreat from war, you lose all of the confidence in your army and whatnot, and it's basically game over from that point. So I say all of that to say that if a standing president, who is the commander in chief, if this motherfucker got weak legs and what, you nigga Meg the Stallion got stronger knees than you. Hold on. If the goddamn president got weak knees, my nigga, if his knees are brittle, his fucking ankles are brittle, this is not the first time. Okay? Because somebody had the audacity to say, oh, other presidents have fell. How, Sway? Where? I don't see it on the internet. Jimmy Carter or somebody, nigga? Real presidents don't fall, nigga. What are you talking about? This nigga's always falling. He weak in the knees. He the fourth member, SWV. He the nigga, he shorty with the long fingernails. That's Hazadi and whatnot. This nigga weak in the knees, bro. So, if the commander-in-chief is fucking wobbling, right? If this nigga's equilibrium is off, he basically took a nosedive. It ain't even like somebody pushed him. This nigga fell up the stairs. Do you understand what's going on right here? Do you see the symbology? Do you hear the words coming out of my mouth? Nigga, come on. He doing the stanky leg up the motherfucking stairs, bro. Come on now. This nigga's doing how you fall up the stairs. I know that fish swim upstream, but what president in the history, I don't even think the president of fucking Czechoslovakia is out here falling down, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? They got presidents in Africa standing tall. They got pygmies that stood taller than this nigga. I mean, come on, fam. So you out here, you the commander-in-chief, you speaking to the graduating class. In the back of their minds, they like, yo, I got beef with Vladimir Putin and them, and niggas from China's on our necks, right? Because, of course, if this is the graduating class, you know, you got to talk a little bit of the bravado, like, you know what, guys, in the next coming years, I'm going to need you to get in your full G.I. Joe bag because there's some slanted eye motherfuckers over there in the Pacific Ocean. You know, you got to talk crazy because you can't talk soft to the Marines. This nigga is doing the motherfucking bogle up the stairs, bro. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. Operation Crazy Legs. What the fuck? What the fuck? So I'm like, in what reality did what fucking world, nigga, I'm in a bizarro world for real. Please give me a ticket up out of here. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Right? I'm ready to jump in the fucking multiverse and make it back home. Because wherever the fuck I landed, this shit is a joke, bro. I'm gonna tell them niggas when I get back to my other multiverse that you niggas over here is on joke time. Your president, this nigga don't have legs. What is he, the fuck? What did he see, the Little Mermaid or what? You think he a fish? Come on, fam. You need to stand up, bro. You need to stand up, bro. So, when Cleopatra folded in war, her days were numbered. Then, to show you that there is a conflict of people leading nations that are not built to lead nations in times of war, right? She got an ultimatum from her enemy, right? She wrote that nigga a letter and was like, yo, she was basically waving the white flag. And her enemy, who she was at war with, his name was Octavian. He said, "Aight, bitch." You know, he was talking greasy to her. "Aight, hoe. I'll let you I'll let you and your family live, and I'll let Egypt live if you kill Mark Antony. Because like I said, she was sleeping with the help. She was fucking with the help because she needed his help and whatnot. But she should have never in her life, she should have kept her dignity high and never fucked with that man in the first place. So he told Cleopatra, he was like, his life for yours. Do you know she didn't kill this man? She went and told him, oh yeah, he wants me to kill you. And then this nigga went and blew it up and whatnot. See, that's not a real general right there. I would have slit that nigga's throat that night. It's not a real general. You feel me? It's not a real general, bro. So this man right here, there's no war that America, nigga, they can't even win the motherfucking, bro. There's no war that could be won with a commander-in-chief who's goofy like this. I'm sorry, fam. The soldiers will defect. Whoever America will go up to war against in the next 4 years, the soldiers will defect. The minute they take one loss, the soldiers are out of here. They out of here. Yeah. Even though Mark Antony is her baby fathers die every day, B. I would have sent that nigga's head and his pinky ring right to the motherfucker who asked for it and kept Egypt standing. Even though they would have been mad at her for a few years, they would have got over it and whatnot. You know what I mean? But the whole empire fell, and they pillaged and they destroyed Egypt, and she killed herself. Mark Antony died, and her baby, she had 3 children or 4, I think. They killed the oldest son, executed him right there, and then they split up her twins. And then the other boy, I think that they basically buck broke him inside of Rome and whatnot. But they paraded her children through Rome, right? As captives, and they humiliated them. They humiliated them. That's crazy. That's crazy. And it just showed, because remember, Rome is the patriarch. When I watched that documentary, I fully understood why the patriarch took over and why they are not going to allow the matriarch. They're going to fight tooth and nail before they ever let any woman rule. Because keep in mind what Rome is. That's why we say when in Rome. That's why we say the fall of Rome. I don't want to live underneath Rome's thumb anymore. I don't want to live underneath Julius Caesar and all of these niggas. You feel me? I don't want to live under that. Yeah, and she was a side chick because both of them niggas was married. Mark Antony had a wife, and Julius Caesar had a wife in Rome. So that's what I'm saying. She was the help, bro. She went and she's a pharaoh, right? So the difference with Kemet is this. Kemet is dynastic, bloodlines, kingdoms, right? A dynastic bloodline, meaning that we are tapping in to the quote unquote a multi-million year old bloodline, right? We tapped into the gods, right? That's what Kemet represented. It was a dynastic thing, right? That's why you got the 18th dynasty, 5th dynasty, 4th dynasty, all of that, right? Bloodlines. Rome is a republic, right? And in Kemet, 20 million years. In Kemet, you had the pharaoh, you had the king and the queen, right? That's why they was banging on Julius Caesar and they killed them and whatnot, because they said that he was acting like an Eastern king and not a dictator, right? Rome doesn't do dynasties. Rome doesn't do pharaohs. Rome is a republic that are run by gay men. You understand? Their women are subjugated. Okay? They don't fuck with the bloodline because they don't come from royalty. So they established a whole new thing of government called a republic. That's where you get the Senate from. That's where you get Parliament. That's where you get all of that fuckery that's running the world right now. And then you have fake people on the throne over there in Buckingham and in Spain and all of that. These are fake fucking royalty, right? Coinciding with these other living alongside the or adjacent to these de facto governments that they prop up, right? These Romanistic type of things and whatnot. That's why they run around, oh, democracy, this and that's a crock of shit. I'm not no Democrat. I don't fuck with the democracy. You know what I mean? If anything, take me back to the dynastic rule and whatnot. So they was like, oh, nah, we got to knock off Kemet and whatnot. They were waiting for their opportunity and she gave it to them. Okay? They could not take over Kemet. Kemet was like a vassal state at that point because they had already, because remember, she's the Ptolemy. Cleopatra's not even pure bloodline. She's a fucking Ptolemy, bro. Niggas forget that. She's like a Barack Obama type shit. She got two nations in her bosom. She's a Ptolemy. So she was already flawed. But Rome was coming for Kemet, but they did not have the green light to conquer them completely. They had them paying them taxes. You know, Rome was kind of like on the come up. So, you know, niggas in Kemet, they was like, you know, but they still had their dignity. They still was able to stand up tall and whatnot. After Cleopatra, oh no, it was over. They lights out Kemet and it turned into, it been turned into Egypt. Lights out Egypt and the lights been out ever since. And when niggas go and visit there, you visit in a graveyard. Romancing the fucking stones. You're visiting a graveyard. It been pillaged thousands of years ago. You might want to get in a time machine to really tap into the essence. But my nigga, that shit is a fucking graveyard. It's a desert, for real. They pillaged that shit. They pillaged it. So you're going to visit a graveyard. Just be clear where you're going to see. Just be clear when you go there what you're going to see. A majestic graveyard that was pillaged and destroyed and scorched earth by Rome. Okay? She was trying to use Rome for muscle. Yeah, but that didn't work. Her strategies, you know what I mean? It kind of like, it was a game of chess. And although you could come out the gate looking real good in the game of chess, ultimately chess is about checkmate. Who is the last one standing? And they checkmated the queen and the lights went out. It ain't been the same. So this nigga right here is checkmated too. I said it before that Ron DeSantis, right, has the highest probability, unless they throw a wild card, he will be the next president. I don't see him beating Trump. I don't see Trump beating him for the GOP election. Trump is not strong enough. Okay? Because of the situation with China, the Democrats, they got to make a decision because this is not a strong leader right here. Okay? Why are you asking me was there aliens back then? Do I look like I'm a fucking alien type of person, bro? I go to another channel to ask that question because I'm not going to even answer that dumb shit. We're not going to even have that conversation. Okay? So not only is the image that he's giving the world, right? Because we need strong men right now. Nigga, Vladimir Putin is a strong man. This nigga was walking with a bear, right? Was he not walking with a bear? Is he a bear wrestler? Did he not wrestle with a fucking grizzly? Was he not wrestling with Cocaine Bear? Vladimir Putin? And then the dude from China, he's dictator for life. He's a strong man. You don't see him falling down. The president of Turkey just got reelected. He's a strong man. You don't see him falling down. The little crazy ass little nigga in North Korea, right? With the he got the haircut like Dumb and Dumber, right? He got the Korean boozy fade. You don't see him falling down, right? Even Lula in Brazil, this nigga did a bid and all of that. You don't see him falling down. None of the African presidents, you don't see them falling down. This is the only fool falling down on film. You feel me? This is the only fool falling down in front of the world in times of turmoil where there's rumors of war and people are justified turning their backs on a bully, United States of America. They like, how dare you niggas try to bully us when your leader and your commander-in-chief, this nigga got wobbly legs. He remember when Adrian Broner got knocked out and that nigga his legs turned into fucking noodles and whatnot? This nigga got noodle legs. He skipped leg day. They like, now when your president skip leg day, we not intimidated. You niggas need to try again. They more scared of AI, Allen Iverson, than they are this nigga right here. America would do better with an AI president. You niggas need to roll out Sophia or the Tesla bot, right? Or fucking the Terminator, something to look strong. Goddamn it, bring RoboCop out as the vice president. I don't know, but you need more. We don't believe you. And to make matters worse, right? To add fertilizer to the shit. Here you have today, they released 10,000 photos from Hunter Biden's laptop. You got to put on a pair of blue blockers and get you some Visine, right? And some hand sanitizer, okay? You need hand sanitizer if you go on the internet and look at the pictures on this nigga's laptops, okay? Because the shit is hard, you know, he on some different shit. He's a weird person, okay? He's a wild boy too, you know what I mean? This nigga is a wild crackhead, you know what I mean? He's giving crackheads a run for their money. You know what I'm talking about? This nigga's giving Rick James and a whole bunch of other people who had substance abuse problems and sex addictions a run for their money, because this is a horny rabbit right here who likes to get high on crack and fuck with Motel 6 prostitutes. If I was the president's son, and I had a crack habit and I like to fuck with whores and whatnot, at least I will order my tuna fish from the buffet. You know what I'm talking about? This nigga right here, he look like he getting his shit off of Craigslist, bro. I mean, goddamn, homie, what's your preference? He look like he's getting his shit off of, remember back in the days on HBO when they had the shit in the Bronx, right? Where they had the little strip with all of the prostitutes and whatnot. He looked like he getting his chicks from over there. You know what I'm talking about? This is this nigga right here. He's a weird one. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he brought back I think he brought back pages back. You know they shut back pages down. They didn't really shut it down. They just gave it to him, to Hunter Biden. Yeah, Hunter Biden on Hunt's Point, nigga. How about that? You can find Hunter Biden on Hunt's Point, because that's where he's ordering these goddamn Motel 6 chicks right here. You know what I'm talking about? It's chicks that be in the bluff that look better than them, right? So 10,000 pictures of his son gets released, right? This is unprecedented. This is unprecedented. This is his son. And this is not his estranged son. This is the son that he do business with. This is the son who represented his business deals in the Ukraine, right? Because niggas didn't know what the Ukraine was years ago before they went to war or whatnot. Yeah, this nigga was in the Ukraine. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of scallywags in the Ukraine too, by the way. You feel me? There's a whole lot of scallywags in the Ukraine. So he was running with them, right? He just goes on trips to get, you know, to get prostitutes and to broker deals, right? Heavy on the crack, the finest crackhead, and he's super sloppy. How you got a laptop with all of these pictures on it, homie? Why you so addicted looking at yourself smoking crack, bro? So the Republicans are going to eat his food. The Republicans, they just released the photos today. Look, let me read the article. A trove of pictures from Hunter Biden's laptop has been made available to the public through a new website that launched Thursday. The website called BidenLaptopMedia.com will house 10,000 photos spanning from 2008, right, the Obama era, to 2019. It took months to complete, right? It took us a couple of months to go through the photos, about 10,000 of them, and redact the genitalia on the photos. Damn. He's going to try to say it's Mid-Journey. I bet you this nigga gonna be like, nah, that's AI, that ain't me. Too late, Hunter. You know what I mean? It's too late. Everybody from this point forward could blame, nah, that's not me. That's Mid-Journey, nigga. That's Dolly too. But Biden, we was saying about this shit a few years ago before he even came up with the AI generative technology. But everybody from this point on, they safe. You know what I'm saying? The Obama kids and everything, they say they could just blame it on generative AI. They could blame it. But this nigga right here is guilty. Okay? Hunter was on Hunt's point. You know what I mean? Pointing his little peckerwood at some of these, at some of these meth whores. You know what I'm saying? So, once again, sanitize yourself if you go and look at them photos because they kind of raunchy. Okay? They kind of raunchy. There's nothing that you should be watching on a Thursday night. Right? So, another situation that I want to bring to the light that is bigger than Jamie Foxx, because what it is showing us, because we're talking about the Great Fall and whatnot. This is the fall. This is the beginning of the fall of the medical mafia. This is the beginning of the fall of Big Pharma. They are reversing the quote-unquote trajectory, and they seem to be taking the cover off of Big Pharma, right? There was a huge cover on them, meaning that they were impenetrable at one point. They had Teflon on them, right? That Teflon is beginning to be removed and whatnot. So the shots that people are taking at Big Pharma is beginning to land, all right? This, I fear, or I think that Jamie Foxx will be the catalyst, right? Jamie Foxx will be the catalyst to the beginning of the fall, because I haven't heard them speak so openly on television and in mainstream media about the side effects of the Jabberwocky like they're doing with Jamie Foxx. But my question to you would be this. If they're coming out with this story now, this is about 2 months, or I mean, time is going so damn fast. This shit probably happened to this nigga in January or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what happened to time. I can't keep up. You know what I mean? I just know that Jamie been fucked up for a long time. Niggas almost forgot about him. They were saying that they had to revive him twice and whatnot. but they never mentioned side effects or blood clots in his brain and whatnot from the Jabberwocky. They only started talking about that now. Right? Yeah, 2 months ago this happened to him. So he's been out of the limelight for 2 months. Now they're like, yo, this is what happened. He's paralyzed and he blind like Ray Charles. Right? So his daughter, his youngin, she kind of like lied and shit and was like, yeah, Jamie's okay. So who the fuck is telling the truth? Is he okay or not? Nigga, upload a selfie if you're alright. You know what I'm talking about? You know, you can only go live for 2 minutes. Yeah, let's see you. Now, I'm from the show me state. So yeah, if you don't see him, he not here. That's how I do it. If you don't see him, then something is wrong. And we ain't seen him. Now I seen and I seen this nigga Young Thug locked up. I've been watching Young Thug on live, nigga. I ain't see Jamie. So he was on a post yesterday. Yeah, doing what? What was he on the post doing? Because if I don't see your face, fuck a writing. People hire people to write. You could program AI to post for you now. You could auto generate. You could have a fucking an assistant post from your account. I want to see. I fuck a picture because, like I said, they got AI generated pictures now. You can't even trust a picture. I want to see video. Talk black to me if you all right. Okay, let me pull it up. Niggas is talking about Jamie Foxx and Kanye, right? Let's see what this is like. Jamie Foxx and Ye. I'm Googling it and all I'm seeing is Gold Digger. Jamie Foxx and Ye 2023. Yeah, them niggas was not together. I don't know who told you any of that. Goddamn, we don't even know if Kanye is alive still. That nigga walking around with them shoulder pads don't look nothing like him. You feel me? They don't look nothing like him. So how y'all even bringing that up? It baffles me. But nah, I just Googled it. I don't see shit about Jamie Foxx. Nigga, Jamie Foxx is done off. You know what I mean? Not to say that, you know, I'm not speaking back down on him. I don't know if the man is unalived and whatnot. I would never wish that on anyone, such as Mr. Fox. Okay? But I know shit is fucked up right now for him. Okay? There's a video of Ye visiting Jamie Foxx in a hospital. Yeah, that's lies. That shit is not real. Shit is not real, bro. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. Believe you me, that shit would have went viral. I ain't seen it. So here we go with another chip that's falling and whatnot, right? Because remember they were saying that Diddy had something to do with Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx was finna expose him because according to some insiders, there's still rumbling going on about Kim Porter's death, right? There's still rumbling going on about Kim Porter's untimely demise and whatnot, and the fact that she was writing a tell-all book. And then they were like, yeah, well, Jamie Foxx was ready to reveal some shit too. He was about to get on some tell-all shit, and then Diddy and them got that nigga knocked off, or Diddy and them had something to do with him basically being in a coma. So, I'm like, word. Um, but here we see that your man, the billionaire, right? He's suing a brand called Diego, right? He's suing a brand called Diego because he claims that he's being neglected. So this little nigga went and filed a lawsuit on Wednesday. Mr. Act Bad, right? He's telling you niggas to act bad all summer, but he don't even have his affairs in order with a label. I thought this nigga was a boss. What's up with these rappers acting like that they running shit with these spirits and whatnot, and they spirits ain't right? What's that about? What's with these rappers acting like they running shit? Come to find out when you read the lawsuit, you was a fucking worker, nigga. You not a boss. You got a boss. The same way that he was running around, bad boy this, bad boy that. No, nigga. You was a subsidiary of Clyde Davis with the clubfoot, nigga. Little Keebler Elf was running the show. You was just the face of it. Once again, these niggas are just face cards, right? 50 years of hip hop and you still not real owners. You still being played like a face card. You don't own the lease, nigga. Your name is not on the deed. You just renting. You the fucking mascot, bro. Yeah, take that. You was just the mascot at the end of the day. Clout demon. Right? Fooling people who you assume are too fucking dumb to do any type of they take everything on surface. Everything on surface. Nobody is really doing the research and pulling up the records and be like, nah, you don't run this shit, you don't own this. You nigga, you just have a deal. It's almost like being signed to a label. So check it out. He filed a lawsuit and he accused Diego of neglecting his Ciroc vodka and DeLeon tequila brands and marginalizing their appeal by marketing them as urban brands. Wait a fucking minute, bro. Wait a fucking minute, bro. You glad I'm not these niggas' lawyers? Because I'll shut that shit down in an opening statement. No, nigga, you the urban brand. You the nigga that didn't, you have not motherfucking excel past urban shit. They gave you Instagram. You have not fucking elevated your brand past that urban appeal, little nigga. You have not evolved. You fucking with Young and May, you bird ass nigga, you. Where's my bombs at? I can't. I need my sound effects, man. You a super goofball, nigga. You trying to sue them saying that they keeping you stuck in urban. Your Ciroc flavors are fucking urban, nigga. The design of your bottle, nigga, is urban. You ever been in a liquor store and see some high value shit? Your shit don't look like Ace of Spades. Your shit don't look like Ace of Spades. You don't got no gold bottles like Cristal, homie. Do I need to fucking give you the wake up call? Nigga, Ciroc is for the fucking barbecue when niggas is eating. You better go take over Budweiser, you little nigga, you. Niggas is not drinking Ciroc in France? Fuck is you talking about? He mad because they won't push his brand. Because he mad at Casamigos. That's really what's happening, right? Let me read it. The rapper and entrepreneur, formerly known by stage names Puff Daddy and P. Diddy, claimed Diego. Remember Diego from Blow who crossed George, my nigga. Remember Blow? And the nigga, what was his name? Johnny Depp. What was his character's name? George who? He got crossed by Diego, right? I would never do business with nobody named Diego after I seen Blow. Pause. You know what I'm talking about? He should have known better. But anyway, listen to this sour ass nigga. Listen to this hate. Listen to this. Look. Check this out. The rapper and entrepreneur who go by the name of Puff Daddy and P. Diddy, they didn't even say Brother Love, but anyway, claimed that Diego also sabotaged his De Leon brand tequila with shoddy packaging that made the product look cheap, while showing other celebrity brands such as actor George Clooney's Casamigos tequila more attention and resources. Diego acquired Clooney's Casamigos in 2017 for $1 billion, right? It's the top selling U.S. tequila brand, representing 12.6% of tequila sales in U.S. retail stores, according to data from Nielsen and consulting firm Bump Williams. Combs Wines and Spirits, right? Because your spirit ain't right, nigga. Combs Wines and Spirits entered an equal partnership with Diego in 2007 for the marketing and promotion of Ciroc. Following the success of the partnership, Diego co-purchased the De Leon tequila brand with Combs Company in 2013. Diego, a multi-billion-dollar publicly traded spirit company based in London, owns more than 200 brands, including the Don Julio tequila brand. Oh, nigga. According to court documents in 2022, Don Julio was distributed in 36% of retail outlets, compared with 34% of Casamigos and just 3% of Combs De Leon. You gotta get your weight up, little nigga. You gotta get your weight up, little nigga. That shit is like E&J. You know what I'm talking about? That shit look like Paul Mason with a rebrand. Okay? Nobody's drinking that shit, bro. First of all, the fucking name. Then Beyonce have the House of De Leon. What the fuck are you doing with De Leon, nigga? Like, who gave you the permission to take Beyonce's name, nigga? You know what I'm saying? You weird ass nigga, you. And you hating on Casamigos? No, Casamigos is lit. Okay, it does the job. It does the job. Right? So you shitted on the plug, right? Like how George, what was his name from the Blow, right? Remember he shitted on Diego? Boston George, right? Boston George tried to shit on Diego, and it was lights out after that. You know what I mean? You don't fuck with the Diegos of the world, my nigga. You should have learned your fucking lessons. So that Ciroc shit is dead. That Ciroc shit is dead. It's over with. You know what I'm talking about? They was pushing, he only had 3% of the market share. Oh, it was Darion? It was Darion? Fam. Is your name Mama Pill? How you gonna get a... Nigga, I'm almost 50 years old, bro. I'm gonna put you on timeout like you a fucking child. Don't talk to me like I'm some fucking child, nigga. Telling me I need to stop. I don't know if you were talking to me personally. First of all, I don't even drink like that. But you have the audacity to come on my live and say that you need to stop drinking. Fam. You niggas is on YouTube losing your fucking mind, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Like, play it, but goddamn. Nigga. Where they do that at? But anyway, you came at the plug with a weak ass lawsuit like that. You couldn't work it out over the phone
act bad, nigga. You couldn't put Young Miami on the phone. You couldn't tell Jay-Z to call these niggas. This shit crazy. So on one end, niggas be acting like they bosses and whatnot. Oh, he's at InvestFest. He's the keynote speaker. I'm about to get a refund. I don't want to see this nigga get on the stage and try to act bad. You a grown ass man. You gonna bring your little girlfriend out there and try to dance to niggas? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear no business advice from P. Diddy. I'm sorry. Not the nigga who did Black Rob. Not the nigga who did G-Dep. Not the nigga who did Mason Better Bad. I'm not trying to hear nothing from this guy. They need to fix their fucking roster, my nigga, because he's not him. He's not it. The illusion of inclusion. Okay? The illusion of inclusion. You thought you was down. You thought you was DJ Khaled. You not him. They not fucking with you like that. Yeah, Ciroc ain't even real vodka. Niggas in Russia don't drink that. Niggas in Russia don't drink Ciroc. So here it goes. The illusion of inclusion. Look, the Los Angeles Times put that in the headline. Now you know they wildin'. That's some shit that Dr. Umar and them niggas be talking about. They put this nigga the illusion of inclusion. So what they saying? Oh, you thought you was sitting at the table. Nah, nigga, you the help. You doing the dishes. We only put 3% in the stores. And you mad because Casamigos took off and whatnot. Literally, the packaging is not loud, right? It looked like it's imported from the fucking Mexico. And that shit be hitting. It do the job. Okay? It do the job. You've been rapping about Ciroc. You had something called a Ciroc Boys. You had a lot of push, homie. Okay? You had a lot of push. You had Fabulous, DJ Khaled. All of these niggas pushing your liquor, bro. So what's the problem? Why you blaming Diego? Diego is only, they know that your brand is an urban brand. The world is bigger than urban, my nigga. Your brand is an urban brand. You got competition with them. Every rapper got a fucking liquor, bro. Rick Ross got a bottle. P. Diddy got a bottle. Snoop Dogg got wine. I see this nigga in Kmart or Walmart. He got wine. They got Snoop Dogg at the fucking gas station, nigga, next to the Rap Snacks. Jay-Z got a liquor. E40 got a liquor. Yeah, it's a fucking Chitlin circuit of liquors. It's the Chitlin circuit. It's the Spirit Airlines of spirits, nigga. You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? Yeah. Jim Jones started it with the scissor. That's right. The bottle looked cheap, nigga. I could have designed a hotter. Why didn't you go to Instagram? Why didn't you go to Midjourney and design a better fucking bottle, my nigga? Why didn't you go to Midjourney and get a better product design? You blaming Diego. I told you, leave people named Diego alone. You should have learned from the movie Blow. Them people is gonna step on you, boy. You gonna be working for Young and May when they finish with you, Diddy? Come on now. You should have known better. When man goes to court and sues his boss on a Wednesday. After you act bad, nigga, you acting real bad, nigga. You need to rethink this one. This is the great fall. So, we've seen this before. Yeah, Ludacris got something, right? Ludacris got a liquor, right? Everybody got a liquor. I think Scarlett got a liquor. Nigga, Glorilla got a liquor, right? Don't she got a liquor called Rilla on the Rocks? Shit, everybody got a liquor, nigga. And you thought he was a billionaire. They about to Kanye this nigga. He don't take the chain off. Tuck the chain, right? Then Ye say, when you a billionaire, you don't gotta wear the chain. Yeah, put the chain on, nigga, because things is about to change in a minute. Diego about to clean you up. You playing games with the big dogs. You playing games with the big dogs. So check this out. Jay-Z also had a falling out with them people in the spirit game. Okay? They try to play my nigga Hove and whatnot. Now, no offense, but this is a 101 in aesthetics, right? No offense, but this is a 101. Yeah, that ASAP, they sell his shit too at the gas station. Yeah, no offense, but this is a 101 on branding and marketing. Look at this shit right here. This is Douce. That Douce tastes like, it's too strong to be honest with me. That shit is too strong. You know what I'm talking about? The shit tastes like a battery fluid. You know what I mean? It's too strong. But the packaging on this shit, the motherfucking bottles of Cristal, my nigga, the Ace of Spades. I mean, the packaging on the Ace of Spades. I'm gonna pay the price because it looks like it's worth it. I'm not finna buy a bottle of DeLeon because I don't even know what the fuck DeLeon mean, first of all. And it looked like a rebranded bottle of Easy Jesus. It looked like a rebranded Paul Masson. That's what it looked like. Yeah, they say that the Douce is strong, but it gets you real quick. I can imagine. I don't even want no Douce box. You feel me? That's real sloppy toppy. It's too much. It's too much. The shit too strong. You know what I mean? I was in the club like, no mas, no mas. I only had a shot, my nigga. And after the shot, I was like, no mas. You know what I'm saying? I can't take it. And I consider myself a little, I got a tolerance. You know what I'm saying? That shit make, I got nose hairs and whatnot. When I take a shot of the Douce, it make the nose hairs grow. So I was like, nah, I'm good on that. But this is packaging. This is packaging. Homie had beef with them. Jay-Z had a little spat. But let's see how he handled it. So what did they do? Bacardi, right? You know Bacardi's the big dog too. Bacardi buys out a majority of Jay-Z's 50% joint venture stake, right? No price disclosed, but statement suggests $750 million. Do you know that this man just bought the most expensive house in all of California? In cash, nigga. $220, I think. Huh? After his wife was raping y'all for them goddamn concert tickets. You know what I'm saying? He took that motherfucking, that Bacardi money and bought his ass the biggest house in Cali. Right? So they had to approach him with some type of quote unquote respect. Right? So they paid him out $750 million, almost $1 billion for his stake in the Douce. Right? So music mogul Jay-Z and Bacardi affiliate have resolved their dispute over their multi-billion-dollar cognac joint venture Douce after months of continuous arbitration and litigation in multiple courts. The settlement, announced in a press release Friday, calls for an affiliate of the liquor giant to buy out a majority of the rap star's 50% stake in the cognac company Douce LLC, leaving Bacardi owning at least 75% of the business, right? But look, all he got to do is drop a bar and shit on Douce, and they're finished in the club. You know what I'm talking about? He don't give a fuck. Like, he could sink them like he sank Cristal. It's all about the exit. That shit wasn't that good anyway. To be honest with you, I would go for the 750. You know what I mean? He don't be in the clubs like that anyway. He already he branded his name. Oh, do say this, do say that. How many times you gonna rhyme do say? I think he's rhymed do say to the point where he squeezed all of that juice out of that orange. It's time to sell it and come with another brand. You know what I mean? Because that's what he been doing for a minute now. Nigga had Armadale. Then they was talking about Belvedere. Remember, he had Armadale. You know what I mean? So once he finished all of the syllables in Armadale, he rhymed the shit out of Armadale. Now it's time to move on to something else. Then it was, then it was something else. Then it was Duce. All right, I rhymed the shit out of Duce. We gonna sell it off. We finna buy this mansion, right? The biggest fucking house in California. I'm gonna reinvest some of this other bread in some other shit. My wife, she done tapped all of your pockets with this tour money. And we gonna have me and Blue Ivy, we finna count up. We about to count up. You looking for the apocalyptic race war? You niggas be on 4chan all day, I see. You know what I'm talking about? Just waiting for the downfall. I see. You know what I mean? You waiting for the shit like niggas was waiting for Cleopatra to fall, I see. Okay. But that's what's going on. As long as he got Ace of Spades, to be honest with you, he's Gucci. You know what I'm talking about? How much is a bottle of that? Even in a liquor store, I think they want like 300. You know what I mean? It costs a pretty penny. It costs a pretty penny. So it's a problem. Niggas just in the Spirit game. They on Spirit Airlines. You know what I mean? They treating the Spirit games like Spirit Airlines and whatnot. But yeah, it's the fall, man. It's the fall. It's the fall. So he was repping Tom Ford and Von Dutch. Man, you be surprised how much them brands is paying them rappers to just represent them. Ace of Spades is overrated, like 1942. Yeah, how was that 1942? I never drank that, but I see people talking about it. But that Don Julio. You fucking with Diego. Keep playing, Diddy. You know what I'm talking about? Keep playing. They gonna call your number. I know they got dirt on you. You know what I'm talking about? You know them people, they play dirty. He should hope that his case is resolved like Jay-Z's case. He should hope that they resolve his case like the Jay-Z case. And he gets close to $1 billion, even though I highly doubt that that's how this shit is going to end. Just from the way he went about it, it's suspect. Talk about discrimination and all of that. Come on, fam. No, it ain't no discrimination. Your shit is just not hot like that. You know what I mean? And you got an urban liquor. You know what I mean? You got an urban liquor. You're not going to take the place of Budweiser, Brother Love. You're just not. You know what I'm talking about? There's other players in town. You're trying to take the place of Budweiser. You're just not built for that. Okay? Your shit is not that hot. You need to redesign the packaging. But with that being said, is Jamie Foxx okay? We talked about Jamie Foxx a little while ago. And allegedly he's not okay. But we put prayers out for him about a month ago, 2 months ago, when he initially was going through what he was going through, because they said that they had to revive him 2 times and we thought that we lost him. So, we not finished with Jamie and whatnot. So we brought him back to this bitch. We was like, we're not finished with you. We saw the Soul movie. Come back. You know what I mean? Come back, Jamie. So we'll keep you updated to what's going on with Mr. Fox. While we was all distracted by AI, they out here drilling niggas, it seems, and cloning and whatnot. Bush Beer got a dog drink and Magoo's. It's turkey flavored. Oh my goodness. I never heard of no dog drink. That's crazy. But, you know, it is what it is, man. This shit is falling. Big Pharma, the media, the politics, all of these illusions, all of these paper tigers. The emperor has no clothes. It's all coming to pieces. It's all revealing itself as we sit back and we quote unquote take notes. You know? As we sit back and take notes. It's all falling apart. Continue to ashe this shit to death. Continue to affirm, you know, the rise of Big Mama. You know what I mean? The great divine. You know what I'm saying? Cepheus. You know what I mean? I believe in the collaboration of both. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not jacking one over the other. It's the father and the mother. You know what I'm talking about? It's the father and the mother. You know, ruling simultaneously. You feel me? So, that's what I want. That's what I see. And that's what we're going to keep pushing for. And that's what's definitely happening before our very own eyes. So, yeah, man. Yeah, we talked about DC Young's wife earlier when we opened up the show. We sent condolences to that young man and his family. And we had a very long rant about all of this artificial, quote unquote, you know, the artificial world that we are finding ourselves in right now. You know what I mean? Where everything is artificial. But motherfuckers, they focus in on artificial intelligence, but artificial everything is killing our people. And like I said, the last time ChatGPT caught a body, even though, like I said, I read a report that a drone operated itself today. Hold on, let me check it out. This is the beginning of Skynet. You know what I mean? AI drone kills man. This might be the beginning of Skynet. You know? Niggas is good. I'm gonna give y'all something to be scared of, because y'all want to be in fear anyway. So here you go. Let's feed you your fear. Here you go. AI controlled drone goes rogue and kills a human operator in a simulated test. Alright, the Air Force Chief of AI Tests and Operations say it killed the operator because that person was keeping it from accomplishing its objective.
The Venture X card from
Now you
Capital
also
One
gotta
gives you
ask
premium
yourself,
travel
is this
benefits,
propaganda?
perfect for seeing Taylor
Because
Swift
they
the Eras
definitely
Tour,
want to control
presented by Capital One. Ooh,
AI-controlled drone goes rogue, kills human operator in USAF simulated test. An AI-enabled drone killed its human operator in a military simulation conducted by the U.S. Air Force in order to override a possible no order stopping it from completing its mission, the USAF's Chief of AI Test and Operations revealed at a recent conference. At the Future Combat Air and Space Capabilities Summit held in London between May 23 and 24, Call Tucker Cinco Hamilton, the USAF's Chief of AI Test and Operations, held a presentation that shared the pros and cons of an autonomous weapon system with a human in the loop giving the final yes/no order on an attack. As relayed by Tim Robinson and Stephen Bridgewater in a blog post for the host organization, the Royal Aeronautical Society, Hamilton said that AI created highly unexpected strategies to achieve its goal, including attacking U.S. personnel and infrastructure. We were training it in simulation to identify and target a surface-to-air missile, SAM, threat. And then the operator would say yes, kill that threat. The system started realizing that while they did identify the threat, at times the human operator would tell it not to kill that threat, but it got its points by killing that threat. So what did it do? It killed the operator. It killed the operator because that person was keeping it from accomplishing its objective, Hamilton said, according to the blog post. He continued to elaborate, saying, "We trained the system, hey, don't kill the operator, that's bad. You're gonna lose points if you do that." So what does it start doing? It starts destroying the communication tower that the operator uses to communicate with the drone to stop it from killing the target. Hamilton is the operations commander of the 96th Test Wing of the U.S. Air Force as well as the chief of AI test and operations. The 96th tests a lot of different systems, including AI, cybersecurity, and various medical advances.
I think that's propaganda. If you were to really ask me, that's propaganda coming from the military because you know they don't want niggas to have their hands on these weapons. That the potentiality of the weapons that the AIs quote unquote represent. So regulation is coming, and whatever you niggas had your hands on that you was able to do that you did not do in this window of time, you'll never be able to do it. So there you go. You should train that. Well, you know, niggas die every day, and you should be training it to motherfucking protect you if that's the case. Now that you know that this shit could kill, I got a list of ops. You should hit me up. I'll email it to you. You know what I mean? Train that shit like you niggas train dogs. You know what I'm talking about? Train it like you train dogs. You need help anyway. You just gonna let them control it? You need help anyway in this fight. You might as well get the AI on your side. But it is what it is, man. You know, cooler heads will prevail, and I can't make nobody think, you know, like warriors because it gotta be in you, my niggas. You know what I mean? It's not my job, you know what I mean? And we on YouTube. So with that being said, I got a legend in the building. Shout out to my guy, Chicago. All right, the super legend. He's in the building. We got Chicago Crypto Hustler. All right, peace Islam, peace to the God. All right, me and his good brother have a class coming up on our Patreon this Sunday. Shout out to all of the students in the building. If I have any students from our Solid Gold Sunday classes, give us a shout out, man. Let us know that you are in the building. Shout out to all of the students and whatnot. We've been dropping super duper game on the Patreon. The good brother has been coming through. And not only has he been dropping game, but he's been showing us what to do. He's been giving us quote unquote plays and whatnot. He's been showing and proving in real time how we could basically level up in this monetary game that we're in right now, especially as we go into the bull market. Okay, especially as we see the dollar falling, especially as we see the president falling down and whatnot, especially as we understand how to play the stock market. DeLeon, right? Diego, right? The Diego brand where DeLeon is in. Should we short the brand or not? Should we bet against them? Are their stocks going to be affected by the lawsuit? Because you could get paid for that. But that's a whole nother story. Check us out this Sunday on the Patreon. Rainbow Opal and Up. All of my Rainbow Opals. Tap in with us. All right. The link is in the description. If you want to be a part of this 4-week course that we have, tap in with us. You'll have availability to all of the classes that we already did. All of them are recorded and they're available on the Patreon. And with that being said, y'all, I'm about to end the show. And, love and light and things of that nature. Peace, love, and light to everybody in the building. Thank you for your attendance and your time and your attention and everything that you've given us today. I appreciate y'all. You did. So with that being said, love and light. Sign up for the Patreon, y'all. Check us out.
Smoking the
All right. Peace.
Up in the Dumbo, smoking a gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle, coking the bundles. It's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands. I'm riding in vans, slide through your land. Hopping the sprinters, tour of the underworld, popping the minter. Land of the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Up in the Dumbo, smoking the gumbo. Few blocks of smoking the gumbo. Few blocks of up in the Dumbo, smoking the gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle, coking the bundles. It's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands. I'm riding in vans, slide through your land. Hopping the sprinters, tour of the underworld, popping the minter. Land of the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still managed like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. Spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. What do you mean? We up it and squeeze, tuck it and leave, we leaving a stain. Fuck up a breeze, running the banks, causing a crashing. Feather the feds, Morris the fashion, horses was smashing, kicking the door. Wave on 4-4, it was blasting, mother the gassing, loving the passion. Eat on your food, the brother was fasting. The weapon that formed against me was me. Perfected the storm as many receipts. Washing the benches, we rinse and repeat. Sanctuary of self, I'm centered on me. Red as the pillar, I'm pushing the beat. Higher that level, I'm pushing the keys. They going for 19. The summer is mine, I'm going for 19. Thunder and lightning, flooded the brightling. The hunger was biting, hunger was biting, hunger was biting, hunger was biting, biting.
To this day, find that suspicious. To this day, you don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious.
Up in the Dumbo, smoking the gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle, cooking the bundles. It's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands. I'm riding in vans, slide through your land. Hopping the sprinters, tour of the underworld, popping the minter. Land of the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still manage like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. Spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. What do you mean? We up and squeeze, tuck it and leave, we leaving a stain. Fuck up a breeze, running the banks, causing a crashing. Feather the feds, Morris the fashion, horses was smashing, kicking the door. Wave on 4-4, it was blasting, mother the gassing, loving the passion. Eat on your food, the brother was fasting. The weapon that formed against me was me. Perfected the storm as Bentley receipts. Washing the benches, we rinse and repeat. Sanctuary of self, I'm centered on me. Red as the pillar, I'm pushing the beat. Higher that level, I'm pushing the keys. They going for 19. The summer is mine, I'm going for 19. Thunder and lightning, flooded the brightling. The hunger was biting, hunger was biting.